What if I told you that one match at Wimbledon just changed the future of tennis, and almost nobody saw it coming? Millions of fans expected the defending champion to cruise into the next round. The rankings agreed. The history books agreed. Even the experts believed there was only one likely winner. But by the time the final point was over, centre court had fallen into an almost unbelievable silence. Because what they had just witnessed wasn't simply an upset. It was the arrival of a brand new superstar. And now, one question is echoing across the tennis world. Just how far can Alex Eala really go? To understand why everyone is suddenly asking that question, we need to go back to the moment everything changed. Standing across the net was one of the most dominant players in modern tennis, a 6-time Grand Slam champion, the reigning Wimbledon winner, a player who had spent years making the impossible look routine. Most opponents lose before the match even begins, not because they aren't talented, but because when you're facing someone of that caliber, every mistake feels fatal. Every missed shot feels like the beginning of the end. Yet Alex walked onto centre court looking like she belonged there. No fear.
No hesitation.
Just belief. The opening set quickly became a war of nerves. Every game was a battle. Every point carried enormous pressure. Neither player was willing to blink first. What should have been a normal opening set stretched into an exhausting 84-minute marathon. By then, everyone watching realized this wasn't going according to the script. The defending champion started showing signs of frustration. Her body language changed. Her confidence began to crack. Even she couldn't believe the resistance standing across the net. Then came the tiebreak. The kind of tiebreak players dream about, and fear at the same time. Momentum kept swinging. Set points came and went. One moment it looked over for Alex. The next moment she was back fighting again. Every rally felt bigger than the last. The pressure inside centre court became almost unbearable. This wasn't simply about winning points anymore. It was about surviving them. Against almost anyone else, experience would have made the difference. But Alex refused to disappear. She kept attacking. She kept believing. And when one perfectly placed forehand clipped the line, everything changed. She stole the first set. The crowd exploded. Not because they had just seen a player win a tiebreak, but because they had started believing they might be witnessing something unforgettable. After the long break between sets, everyone expected the defending champion to reset. Champions always find another gear. That's what they do. Except this time. Only one player came back looking stronger. Alex immediately broke serve. Then she did it again. Every return looked sharper. Every rally looked more controlled. Instead of protecting her lead, she kept pushing forward. She played with the confidence of someone ranked among the world's best. Meanwhile, the defending champion looked completely out of answers. By the end of the match, the scoreboard told only part of the story. The statistics revealed something even more incredible. Alex committed just 21 unforced errors. Her opponent made 44. She won an astonishing 68% of points on the champion's second serve. Think about that for a second. Against the defending Wimbledon champion, Alex was treating her second serve almost like a free point. That doesn't happen by accident. That isn't luck. That isn't emotion carrying someone through one magical afternoon. That's preparation. That's discipline. That's elite execution. Every point had a purpose. Every shot followed a plan. She didn't simply beat a champion. She outplayed one. And then something happened that made the victory even more powerful. During the post-match interview, most players would have talked about tactics. They would have praised their coaches. They would have analyzed key moments. Alex did something completely different. She took everyone back to where the dream actually started. She spoke about being a little girl in the Philippines, about finishing school and rushing to the tennis courts, about playing with her brother, about spending time with her grandfather, about those tiny moments that seemed insignificant back then, but quietly built the foundation for everything happening now. She smiled while remembering the shoes that lit up every time she walked. She laughed about her childhood. She reminded everyone that before trophies, before rankings, before centre court, there was simply a little girl who loved hitting a tennis ball. That honesty instantly connected with millions of people watching around the world. For a brief moment, it wasn't just about tennis anymore. It became a story about dreams, about believing that impossible journeys can begin in ordinary places. Then came the line that perfectly captured who Alex Eala really is. Just when emotions threatened to take over, she stopped herself. She looked at the crowd and calmly made one thing clear. She wasn't satisfied. Her job wasn't finished. 4 simple words changed the entire mood. Instead of celebrating what she had already achieved, she was already thinking about what came next. Because champions don't live in yesterday. They live in tomorrow. And tomorrow brings Jasmine Paolini. Now, this is where the story becomes even more interesting. At first glance, Paolini might seem like just another opponent. She isn't. Not even close. She knows exactly what it feels like to stand on this court with a Wimbledon title within reach. She has already played in a Wimbledon final. She has reached multiple Grand Slam finals. She has proven she belongs among the world's elite. But this season, everything changed. Only months ago, Paolini looked unstoppable. She climbed into the world's top 4. She became one of Italy's biggest sporting stars. Confidence surrounded her. Success followed her everywhere. Then injuries arrived. Quietly at first. Just a little discomfort. The kind every athlete tries to ignore. The kind they convince themselves will disappear after one more tournament. Except, it never disappeared. Her foot kept getting worse. Her movement became limited. Matches became harder. Victories became rarer. Instead of building momentum, she spent months trying to survive. She played through pain because elite athletes rarely stop. The calendar doesn't wait. Grand Slams don't move. Opportunities don't come back. So she kept fighting. But the results told another story. Her rankings started falling. Unexpected losses piled up. Confidence slowly disappeared. The player who once looked fearless suddenly looked uncertain. One of the toughest moments came after an emotional defeat at Roland Garros. Sitting in front of reporters, she couldn't hold back the tears anymore. She admitted how difficult everything had become. Not just physically, but mentally. Sometimes the hardest battle in professional sports isn't against your opponent. It's against your own body. Against the doubt that slowly grows every time you step onto the court, wondering whether you're still the same player. For months, that doubt followed Paolini everywhere. Even her grass court season began with disappointment. Early exits. More questions. More frustration. It looked like Wimbledon might become another painful chapter. Then, something shifted. She survived an awful start in the opening round. Instead of collapsing after losing the first set badly, she fought back. She adapted. She reminded everyone why she once stood among the world's very best. Match after match, her movement improved. Her confidence slowly returned. By the third round, she looked like a completely different player. Suddenly, the dangerous version of Jasmine Paolini was back. And that's exactly why this upcoming showdown is so fascinating. Because neither player is arriving by accident. One is riding the biggest victory of her career. The other is slowly rebuilding hers. One carries unstoppable momentum. The other carries priceless experience. One has nothing to lose. The other knows exactly what it takes to survive under Grand Slam pressure. But here's the detail almost everyone forgets. These two have already faced each other once before. Earlier this year, Alex defeated Paolini in Dubai. She controlled the rallies. She dictated the tempo. And when the pressure reached its highest point, she stayed calm and finished the job. Of course, hard courts aren't grass. Different surface. Different tournament. Different circumstances. But victories like that leave something much more valuable than statistics. They leave belief. Alex already knows what it feels like to beat Jasmine Paolini. That memory cannot be erased. And when two players walk onto one of the biggest stages in tennis, belief often becomes just as important as talent. Because when the pressure reaches its peak, the player who truly believes usually takes the first step toward victory. Paolini, however, has one advantage Alex still doesn't possess: experience on tennis's biggest stage. She knows what it feels like to battle through pressure, silence the crowd, and fight when every point carries enormous weight. But momentum can be just as dangerous as experience. Alex enters this clash fearless, confident, and fresh off the biggest upset of the tournament. If she can apply the same relentless pressure on return and force Paolini into long rallies, the match could quickly swing in her favor. The question is no longer whether Alex belongs here. It's whether anyone left in the draw can actually stop her.